Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. In today's recipe of roast kakana with Figaro olive oil, I'm going to show you how to make a delicious pav bhaji. It's a street food from India which is packed with flavors from the pav bhaji masala and loaded with lots of butter. And most often when we make it at home, we feel the guilt of adding a lot of butter. Today I'm going to show you how to make it healthy with olive oil without losing its taste. So let's just dive right in and start cooking the delicious one-pot pav bhaji. Now to begin making the pav bhaji, into my pressure cooker, we're going to be cooking everything in this cooker. I'm going to be adding the olive oil to this. I'm going to be grating ginger and garlic directly into the pan. So if you don't have ginger garlic paste, a great way to make a quick paste is to use a grater and just grate the ingredients. And you have your ginger garlic paste just like that. 3 cloves of garlic and an inch piece of ginger is what I added. I'm going to saute it and not allow it to brown too much. And we'll quickly add the onions, which is finely chopped. And along with the onions, I'm also going to add the green capsicum, also known as the bell peppers. So the onions, ginger and garlic have to be sauteed a little bit until they're soft, because when you roast the onion, capsicum along with the ginger and garlic, it releases great flavors into the pav bhaji. So it's important that you saute it. Notice that we added olive oil. It's a great way to cut down the fat that you use in your everyday cooking. And it's healthy too, and the best part is it doesn't even change or alter the taste in food. So I'm just going to wait for about 3 to 4 minutes until the onion and garlic soften. It's been about 3 to 4 minutes that the onion and capsicum have been roasting, and it has softened, and I can get a nice roasted aroma coming through. And at this stage, I'm going to add in the remaining vegetables. I have some pre-cooked tomato puree. I'm just going to add it in. Some chopped carrots, cabbage, which is chopped, cauliflower, and some potatoes that I've diced and I've been soaking it in water, and I'm going to add it along with that water. To this, I'm going to add in some salt. Remember that pav bhaji masala that I'm going to be adding later also has some salt, so add the salt with just a little bit of caution. We added some water which was in the potatoes. I'm going to add just a little more water so that we get a nice gravy dish of the pav bhaji. Just going to give this a stir. And all we're going to do now is to pressure cook all the vegetables until it's really soft for about 4 to 5 whistles. And then after that you can turn off the heat and allow the pressure to release naturally before you can open the pressure cooker. It's been about 10 minutes, then I turned off the cooker, the pressure is released, and we're ready to open and check how the pav bhaji is done. Right, so we still haven't added our masalas yet. Notice the vegetables are perfectly cooked. It's soft and it has to be really soft, right? So that when you mash it with a potato masher, it'll just become like mash up really nice. Notice that. So I'm going to be using a potato masher and just mash up the vegetables until you get almost a smooth puree. So personally, I like a little bit of crunch of the vegetables, but it's really your choice. So you can just either keep it a little chunky or mash it up just like you get it in the street food, in the street kitchens. So just mash it until it becomes nice and soft and all the vegetables are well incorporated together. Okay, now that the vegetables are well mashed, it's time to add in our spice powders. And that's the pav bhaji masala. And there are 2 other masalas that I typically like to add, and that's the chaat masala and the garam masala. So let's just do the pav bhaji masala first, and then the chaat masala, and just a pinch of garam masala. Okay, so now that we've added both of them, just going to give it a stir. Going to turn the heat back on, and we're going to do another magic. Okay, and that's cooking with some more olive oil, which is going to add in the goodness to health plus a delicious taste. saute the pav bhaji along with the masalas for about 3 to 4 minutes until all the flavors get imbibed into the pav bhaji. Do adjust the pav bhaji masala to taste. You want to add a little bit of chaat masala or pav bhaji masala, just give it a taste and add the masalas so that it suits your taste, right? So a lot of us like it more spicy or less spicy and a little chatpata, so it's all up to you. So that's it. So the next step is we're going to be toasting our pav buns with olive oil as well, and that's another healthy twist to our pav bhaji. So I'm just going to go keep this aside and get a skillet and start toasting our pav buns. Now our time to toast the pav buns for the pav bhaji, and I'm going to be using extra virgin olive oil to toast the pav buns. Most often we use the extra virgin olive oil for dips and dipping breads or making dips like hummus, but today I'm going to be using it to toast pav buns, and it brings out great flavors of the olive oil into the bun. And what better than using a healthy olive oil for toasting buns and reducing the fat in your cooking. Okay. I'm just gonna drizzle some olive oil and just let's toast it on both sides until it's light and crisp. Ensure that you toast the buns on low to medium heat, because the moment you toast it on high heat, it doesn't get cooked from the inside, it doesn't get heated up from the inside. So it's very important that you toast it on low to medium heat. Another couple of minutes, our buns will be ready, and I can't wait to dive into the pav bhaji. The pav buns are just beautifully toasted and it's got a fantastic crust to it. Yeah, can you believe olive oil can also do what a butter does? Alright, so now it's time to serve the pav bhaji into a plate and dive into it. Alright, now we're ready to serve our pav bhaji into my platter. I'm just going to scoop in a large portion of the pav bhaji masala that we made. And the most important thing to make it really good looking is some green peas that is steamed, some finely chopped onions, and a squeeze of lemon. And that's an absolute must in a pav bhaji because it adds to the delicious tang and taste. And we'll place the toasted pav buns and you're ready to serve. Wasn't this recipe of pav bhaji really simple? It was a one-pot pav bhaji which we made in the pressure cooker, toasted the buns in extra virgin olive oil to add to the delicious flavor and taste. And what better can it get? We reduced the amount of butter and increased the health quotient. Do give this recipe a try, and we'll come back more with roast ka khana with Figaro olive oil. Until then, until next time, happy cooking and healthy eating.